Well, Gareth, a rare situation with a championship season is you've had an extended period off by having the game on the Friday. How beneficial has that been?
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. The weeks have been loading issues and boring stuff that people won't want to hear about on the interview. But the sports science department have been saying, right, we've got a couple of weeks here that are a bit disjointed. We've got a Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, and then we've got a Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, and it's like I'm thinking, well, what does that matter? But it plays an impact on their day-to-day work, and it's all about recoveries, loading the players who aren't playing, the players who are playing. Because on Saturday at 3 p.m, I need to pick from a squad that every single player is in the right place to go, right, I can play 90 minutes and I can give my all and for QPR, and some people haven't played and they've been in the development team and then missed a day's training here and have to load up there. And what they're doing in the performance department is under Ben and Dave Waite's coming in, and then we've got Ross and Matt, and then all the physios. I don't want to go through the names, but the loading now is so good that they're getting robustness into the players through training, which is really good. It's a method that probably is overlooked. People just go, oh yeah, they train every day and they build their fitness up, and that. It's so much more detail than that, and I have to give them credit because I don't, and it's nice opportunities like this to say, thanks guys, I've got a fully fit squad, and when I say fully fit, they're fit enough to play, they're fit enough to come into the team and all play, and that's massive for a manager, it really is, because you hear so often about he's not match fit, he's not this, he's not that, and of course we've got players who probably in the intensity of a Saturday game will get to 70 and think, right, we need to change, but no, it's a great insight for me into their world, but also a good test for them as well. These data guys that punch it all in the computer, and it's the modern game. We never had it when I played, and I wish we had, because I'm sure I would have broke some records of the distances I covered. Ollie used to get me running everywhere, but it was a real funny week last week, but weekend off, boys got their legs down. And then we've been in with a full week, which has been great, with a development day Monday, game Monday, Taylor featuring in that, and Elijah, and people getting minutes that, that we needed from the first team squad, Ryan Colley. So, no, I'm really pleased with where we are, and Thursday is always that day where you come in and you go, right, set tactics, real proper tactics in now for Saturday's game, how we're going to play, what we're going to do. And everyone seems to be on a level keel now, ready to go for these next two games. And then when the ones don't play on Saturday, they'll ramp it up again. And then next week we've got Leeds away and we're travelling on the day before. So all sorts of logistic stuff that people don't see. But it's all about the game, what the people do see. They'll come in on Saturday, the QPR fans, and I want to entertain them. I want them to go home with something to cheer about and something to shout about. A home win would be nice this season, It's been way too long. But what we do want to work on is sticking the ball in the back of the net, because I think we've created a lot of chances lately and not really finished them off, and not given them justice. Those moves have been great, and I really want to go, right, there you go, well done boys, you finished it off as well, and that's what you need to do to win games. Otherwise you'll be drawing 0-0 all the time, because we're certainly keeping clean sheets and we're resilient at the back at the moment, and that's great to see.
You mentioned at the start of the season that we won't be at our fittest for the first game of the season. And I think it's fair to say that raised a few eyebrows. But you said it's a new approach and we will grow into the season once the season starts. How pleased have you been with how QPR are finishing recent games, most notably against Swansea and Birmingham City?
Yeah. Listen, to add to that, next season, we will be at our fittest on the first game, but we've changed that much. We've changed so much. And with the club where it is as well, we couldn't go out and go and sign £5 million signings at the start of pre-season and go, right, you're in at day one and we're getting you fit for the season. We had to wait. We were signing players. Steve Cook didn't even come in till after the Watford game, Jack Colbeck as well was very late. Morgan Fox was late into the window, So we weren't able to ramp everyone up and get them all fit for the first game. There was some players who were ready to go. They were ready to go on that first game. But as a squad, we knew it would take maybe a few more weeks after that just to get the 90s in them, to get the training in them, like I've said, the robustness in them, these programs that when we get to November, December, January, February, when I came in last year, there was nine injuries, I think, and then we got 2 more and it got to 11. I'm thinking, wow, this is going to be tough, Don't want those days again. I think that really hurt everyone. I think that caused some frustrations amongst the supporters, amongst everyone, Lone players were going back to their clubs to get treatment. People were going here, there and everywhere and it was like, wow, this is all disjointed. Let's bring it all together and let's get them fit here. And I'm really glad to say that I can't speak highly enough of what the teams have done, the disciplinary teams around me. The boys are fit, they're ramping it up now. The way we finished Swansea, the 5 more minutes, I think there was a goal coming. The way we finished Birmingham again, great. I mean, it was a real competitive game, Birmingham. I'm not going to gloss over this and say we were so better than them. Well, Asmir made a fantastic save. Rudy makes a fantastic save. It was very tit for tat, that game, and could have gone on all night and maybe it would have been 0-0, but we certainly could have kept going, and that's really important to me. We could have kept going. We're sprinting in the last minutes of games. We're taking people on. We're creating chances at the last minutes of games. And what's great is at the end of games, boys are emptying the tank. They're giving everything. They really are. It's brilliant to see. It really is. But I think if we asked them to do 5 more minutes, they could, and that's great. It's really good. So it's just this mental side as well as the physical side. We've got them in a good place, and I'm looking forward to it. As I say, I need a little bit of time to build. I'm a builder without a shadow of a doubt. Look what I've done. I've only managed one club really, and I've built and built and built. And for success, I want to build here, and believe me, the success will come. And when it does, the word build, it shows you that there will be some structure under it. There will be some solidity underneath it to get us there. Not just a flash and pan. Oh my God, what's happening now? This is what I want to do. This is what I see at QPR. I'm hoping the fans. I know the fans see it. I see too many of them. Where I live, there's still plenty around there, and I daily speak to fans, and they're really good. I think there's a little bit of an excitement of future times here, and I'm hoping that the fitness will play a big part in us starting to win games and get points on the board.
You mentioned the mental side. Is there a mental barrier to overcome regarding playing at Loftus Road? And it's something that comes before your return to the club.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to hide from it. And I also think that the fans can play a part in this. I really do. They've been brilliant. And I think things are turning slowly. I really do. For the want of a referee ruling out a handball, I think we'd have had our first win, which would have been great against Swansea. But I can't keep harping on about that. We've got to make sure we win a game. Bang, we do it. Could be Saturday against Coventry, But I don't want the players to worry about playing at home. I think we've got a sensational pitch. We've got a brilliant stadium, historic stadium, and I think that the fans are right with us. And to be fair, I think half the team is probably changed from last season as well, and they're probably thinking, what the hell's going on here? Well, why have we not won at home for so long? Let's do it. I want the euphoria for Watford last season was something special. I haven't had it enough, and I love those moments. I really do. And do you know what? Fair credit to everyone, because we haven't won for so long at home. I'm thinking about it now as I'm speaking, and they've still been there for us. There's still people outside at the end of games clapping us, wanting autographs and pictures with the boys, and that's great. It really is. It shows how good these QPR fans are, and I want to give them something to cheer about. Please, come on. We need to get this jinx over. But I remember Ollie had it when I played here a long time ago. But we'll get there. Because it's too special a place not to start winning.
And just a word on Coventry City. They haven't won in their last 6. They've only lost 1 of their last 7. They've got 8 points from their first 8 games, which incredibly is 2 points better than where they were last season, and they finished in the playoffs last season. So what on earth are you expecting from Mark Robins' Coventry?
Listen, let's address that last point first. It just goes to show that the table is wide open still. Don't worry about where we are right now. Worry about where we are in April and May. That's what we've got to worry about first and foremost, because you can go on amazing runs. I think Cardiff just won 2 or 3 and it went almost into the playoffs, you know. And you know, we wouldn't have thought that a few weeks ago when we turned them over at their place, you know. And that's no disrespect to Cardiff. It's just where the teams were at the time. I firmly believe that the league is going to be totally different to what it looks like right now. I really do. I think maybe minus Leicester. I think they're probably up there for a reason. Probably the best team in the league if you look at the squads and the Premier League team. You know, they've got parachute payments, they've got players who won the Premier League, never mind played in it. They're going to be up there without a shadow of a doubt. As for the others, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you who's going to be in those playoffs, who's going to be in that second spot, who's going to be in playoff spots. We've got a chance. Everyone's got a chance, and Coventry proved that last year. As for their form, they're hard to beat. Let's put it that way. You know, they've only lost 1 in 7. They've conceded a few. I think Mark will be disappointed with that, but they do score well. You know, they do go away and score goals. Jokies and Hamer going, I think will be big misses for them. But they have spent some money as well. They've spent a good few millions of pounds replacing them with Ellis Sims and White up front and Sakamoto. You know, they've got some good players in their side that they've brought in for good money. So they are dangerous. And when Mark finds his feet, I know what Mark Robins can be. He's a great friend. He's a really, really top guy. But after the game, when I'm having that beer with him, I'm hoping I'm smiling and buzzing more than he is, because he's done me way too many times. But what a story that was last year. It gives hope to everyone, because League 2, League 1, Championship, I've managed against Mark, seeing him all the way up. And what a top guy. Deserves what he did last year. But on Saturday, Mark, hopefully I can be the happier manager.
And just finally, there seems to be a real united effort between supporters, players, management and coaches to get that jinx out of the way at Loftus Road. What do you want from your fans on Saturday?
What you've just been giving me. What you've been giving me. Because we as a club asked for it. You've delivered. You've done your part. I'm hoping you've seen the effort from the players. So our part is done. Now we just want to add a few more goals. You know, I know we can't guarantee goals. I can guarantee effort. I can guarantee everything that they've got. You'll get that. You'll get everything from me. You'll get everything from my staff. It's just maybe just sticking it in the net. You know, we'll be working on it this morning. We'll be working on it tomorrow, because we're getting in some really good areas. You know, so thank you, fans. You know, you've been brilliant. You know, never not expected. I played here. I know what they can do. You know, they got us up 20 years ago. The reunion in a week's time is sold out, because it's such a great feel factor about that. We can do that again. We can do that again. I want to multiply their part. They're brilliant fans. They really are. You know, I know there's some stick sometimes, and that's fine. That's football management. That's football. But they really get behind the boys, and I think they can see what's coming. They can feel what's coming, because I certainly can. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can give these fans this season, because, you know, with all the negatives that surrounded this place over the years, just doesn't sit right with me at QPR. This is a fantastic football club, and I can't wait to start climbing that table, hopefully starting Saturday.